Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Mackie here, playing The Order 1886, continuing on with the Collectibles guide. Now, the past few chapters were very cinematic heavy. This is a little bit of a longer chapter, and there's a lot of gameplay here to be had. So in Chapter 9, we have a total of 13 collectibles. The first one you can find is a document. Once you come near the very beginning of the chapter, you should be able to find this London Underground advertisement on one of these benches inside the cave system, or inside of these train tunnels. You'll progress a little bit forward here, following your ally. You'll push a cart, which is directly in front of me, and then she'll be directly in front of you as she is on my screen, wanting you to continue forward, but instead you'll want to go behind, follow down these railroad tracks, and once you run and reach all the way to the very back of them, you should be able to find this crate, similar to other crates of this exact size, and we've seen these before. You should be able to find a phonograph cylinder inside. This one's going to be the Anarchists 161086. If you actually keep track of the dates next to the phonographs, they're actually taking place on the same day that the level's taking place, so that's kind of cool. Collectible number 3 here is an object. You'll come to the train yard out in the open. The object is a mallet. Before you kind of continue on with the story and work on the small puzzle they have going here, you'll want to just make your way to the back, stick to like the left, and you should find the small workbench behind some of these wooden beams. On the workbench you can find a mallet, so make sure you pick it up and just look at it for a few seconds before you put it down in order to have that unlock, and then we can continue forward a little bit. Collectible number 4 is a photograph. We'll come into this area mandatorily through progression. Before you interact with anything and go up any stairs or anything, make sure you look at this photograph. It's a photograph of Philadelphia, and that'll be your next collectible, and then you'll work forward a little bit in order to get to the next collectible area. Now, once we kind of make our way through a little bit, you'll come to this balcony area. I'm right above where I just was, where I picked up that photograph. You're going to make your way down here through this doorway. You should see a staircase, and as you go down the staircase, you should see a shelf in front of you, and you should be able to see the glowing phonograph cylinder from quite a distance on that shelf. So make sure you pick it up. This one's called Cable from the New Continent, and it's talking about the Americas and whatnot, so you'll need to pick that one up. Now, collectible number 6 is a newspaper entitled Inspector Slain in Whitechapel Gun Battle. You'll come outside before squeezing through the small area there where your ally is waiting. Make sure you just take a look to the left. You should be able to see a small wooden table where you can pick up this newspaper and just read it for a couple seconds before you put it down. Now we're in this area, and for some reason our character's sneaking even though there's no enemies in here. You'll come up the stairs, continue around the hall. Your character will stop sneaking, turn to the right hand side, and you should be able to enter this office. At the back of the office on the shelf, you should be able to find a photograph. The photograph is a photograph of Calcutta, India, and you'll see an elephant in the photograph, and if you turn it around, I think there's a date and some markings on there, so that one should be pretty easy for you to find. Just after that, you'll come outside. Your teammate will open this door for you as part of the story. More or less, that's not really a giveaway or spoiler by any means, but directly in front of you there will be a room as you walk in, and inside that room you can find this object, which is a replica ship. You can look around and trigger a unique audio dialogue. From that ship, we're going to go to a phonograph called Cargo Inspection Log. So just come outside from that room, come to this corner. After that corner, you will see the staircase, so you'll want to go down the stairs, and instead of progressing forward through that door, make sure we continue on around the hall, around the corner, and through this door. I think you might have to open this door, and so you'll want to keep that in mind. I already locked-picked it, so you wouldn't have to watch that and waste your time. Through that door, at the very back, you'll find a desk with the phonograph on it. That's going to be 9 out of 13 for you on Chapter 9.
All right.
Collectible number 10 is a document. It's called Greater Union. You'll come to this kind of workshop area inside. Just make sure you hook around to the left, and you should find a document on this workbench. So we'll want to, obviously, as we have been for the whole game, pick it up, look at it. You'll see a small raven marking on the back of it. And then from that location, put it down. We're going to move on to number 11 in one take. We're going to go up the stairs directly above us or behind us where we just were. And at the very top, you should be able to find a photograph of 2 gunmen. Now, I don't know if the game explicitly tells you who these people are. It doesn't say it on the back, and I don't think there's any dialogue, so I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they're part of the story. I just probably wasn't paying enough attention. So that's the photograph for number 11. Now, the last 2, number 12 and 13, are both found in this area where you kind of reach a storage facility. Make sure you don't complete the objective, or else you'll trigger a cinematic and no longer be allowed to pick these up, and then you'll have to reload the chapter. As soon as you enter the area, before we inspect anything, just take a right-hand side turn and you'll find this document called Uniform Mesorendus. I feel like it should say memorandum, but I guess it's probably an older terminology. Anyways, moving on from there, we're going to go for the last object, the last collectible of the level. The opposite corner from where that document is, you'll find this work desk. And on top of it, you'll see what seems to be an old-style light bulb. So you want to pick that up and look at it before we progress through to the next objective and continue on with the story. Chapter 10 has no collectibles, so you can click on screen to continue with Chapter 11 instead. And you can also like the video if it was helpful. Make sure to subscribe for more content. You can also use this screen, tell your friends, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Peace.